The feeling behind my eyes. You stood out cause you were in red. Then, against my intentions, I let you turn me violet instead. Summer high, met you in August. New York, back to my cold apartment. Distance sucks, but at least I'm still with you.
Hey y'all, my name is Queen Morgana and welcome back to The Sims 4 Magic Houses. So here's the thing. If you saw the last episode of Ultimate Decades Challenge, you know that it was voiced over, and I did say that I was going to voice this one over too. This is not voiced over, actually. That's a lie. So the original episode that I was going to voice over, I decided, I could just do an overview of what happened and record the next episode. I recorded the next episode and was on my way to record a current household series or a current household video and looked over and was like, my OBS screen is dark. And I remembered that I turned off my display, my capture, so that I could do the voiceover for Ultimate Decades Challenge and didn't put it back on. So technically, I have a really well recorded vocal like podcast thing of the second attempt at this Magic Families episode, but I was like, I was like, I can't. So what we're going to do, third time's a charm, so we're actually going to overview what happened in 2 missing episodes of the Magic Family series before we hop into Arthur's household. So first and foremost, the first missing episode we spent with Circe Mirthforce and her husband James and their son Merlin. So a few things have happened. Let me back up for YouTube thinks I'm showing nudity because she has a really fancy thing on, but it's So as you can see, she actually has 2 sons. They just had a son named Romeo yesterday while I was playing Nixie's household. So there's that. But here's what happened, essentially. So it was Harvest Fest in that first episode. And come on. And Circe decided that instead of just spending it with just her and James, because Merlin was too young at that point to really do anything. He was still a newborn. She decided to invite the other houses over, just to all enjoy Harvest Fest together, right? And when she did that, she realized that she actually didn't really know Oberon very well. When Oberon was trying to get to know her and get in her good graces so that he would be the one to be chosen to be married, she pretty much brushed him off and put all of her attention into James. So she didn't even know the guy. So she went to Nixie's, met Oberon, started talking to him, and immediately out of nowhere, woohooed with him. While Nixie watched, well, Nixie didn't watch the woohoo, but Nixie watched the lead up to it, watched her be like, hey, you want to go upstairs and woohoo? And also watched Oberon go, yes, I do. And that led to a whole thing in episode 2. But I, for the life of me, could not figure out why she did that to Nixie. Because before she even did all that, I was like, oh yeah, Circe doesn't really like Nixie. But it's more of a, I just won't think about you. I'm not going to go out of my way to hurt you. I was proven wrong immediately because she clearly went out of her way to hurt Nixie. I guess she is definitely one of those people who doesn't like Nixie specifically because Nixie's half mermaid and not full-blooded spellcaster. But I don't even think it's that. I think it's that a half mermaid is specifically of equal standing with her and was chosen to be, one of the leaders of the House of Practicality. Well, the leader of House of Practicality. And I don't know if she was trying to put Nixie down or what, but I think she was just going for a, you may have all this stuff, but remember, none of it's real. Everything was just handed to you. anyone could take all of this away from you, including me, right? Like, even the love you have isn't real, which she proved when she got with Oberon, which Nixie Nixie knew. Like, I don't know. It was so messed up. It was so bad. And James doesn't know. And when she did that, she was pregnant with Romeo. So, like, she had a husband and kid at the house, and she was pregnant with Romeo at the time when she woohooed with Oberon. And also, I didn't tell them to woohoo or anything like that. She barely wants to woohoo and get pregnant by James. Like, I'm trying to get her pregnant again because James wanted to try for a baby. But she didn't even want to do it because she's aromantic and demisexual. Even though she's in love with this guy, she doesn't like doing stuff like that. So it had to have been a power play because Oberon is also gray sexual. Like, neither one of them are very like sexual beings. And she also doesn't even think he's attractive. When I tell you I was confused, and I'm still confused, like, why would you do that? Nixie's so unproblematic. Like, she has her issues, but those are very personal issues. They don't really affect anyone else. So anyways, later that night, because the Harvest Fest dinner was literally a few hours afterwards, Oberon came and was just kind of taunting John, kind of. Not outright saying what had happened between him and Circe, but definitely hinting at something. James felt a little weird about it, so he had this master plan to befriend Oberon and was kind of thinking, oh, if I befriend this person, you know, it'll loosen up his lips enough around me so that he'll slip up and tell me, you know, face to face outright what's happened. Obviously, Oberon caught onto that pretty quickly and just kept dancing around the subject, and James was like, whatever. James didn't want to be his friends to begin with. It was way too much work, and he doesn't even think that Circe, like, it's not even an option in his mind that Circe may have just cheated on him. So whether or not he'll find out, I'm not sure, because the only people who know at this point are Circe, Nixie, Oberon, and Arthur technically could piece it together, because at the dinner, Arthur was sitting there and he watched like the triangle of interaction between Circe, Oberon, and James. And first off, he's already a detective. So it's quite literally his job to be very perceptive of everything around him. So I imagine he caught on that something had to have happened between the three of them, and it is not good. So I'm sure it's like an option in his mind. He doesn't really want to believe it because he's pretty good friends with Circe and respects her, but he's also really good friends with Nixie. Him and Alice are like the two people who take their time to actually get to know her and know that she's a really good person. And if the tables were turned, she would have never, ever, ever done this to Circe, whether or not they were friends. So Arthur wants to think the best of Circe and hasn't brought up any of his concerns because he has no proof of anything. He hasn't brought up any of his concerns to Nixie or Circe or James or Oberon. But I don't know. And yeah. So that's what happened with these guys. And I'm so disappointed in Circe. Circe was like, I didn't really have a favorite at the beginning of the series. And I know it's quite literally episode 2 to y'all, but to me it's 4. So I've had a tiny bit more time. Granted, she did this episode too. Well, while Circe wasn't my favorite, I definitely like respected her a lot more before she did this. Now I don't trust her to do anything. I don't trust her to hold a cup of water. Like, how are you going to use this against me? Can you be trusted around Arthur? Should Alice watch out? Alice is probably way more vicious than Nixie. Nixie can be. I think Nixie could be if she wanted to. While she is a bit absent-minded and in her head quite a bit, she doesn't hurt anyone, like physically or emotionally. Anyways, look at how cute. You can't see because the Z's are and the plumb bob, but take my word for it that this cutie right here is absolutely adorable. I don't know who he's gonna look more like. I can't tell. So let's go to Nixie's house so I can show y'all this is a weird angle, so I can show y'all exactly the fallout that occurred the next day in Nixie's. All right, this is Nixie as always. And while she is smiling, it's definitely a bit more of a pained smile because these last 3 days, well, 4 really, well, 3, these last 3 days have been absolutely terrible for her. And she is mentally preparing for the fallout of the decisions that she has made from Spellcaster Society. And yeah, so as you can see, this cute little section down here, yeah, we're missing someone. Oberon's not here. And that is because he and her divorced. So they divorced, and also she's pregnant. She's in her first trimester. So essentially what occurred here is, geez Louise. Okay. What happened here is, am I allowed to? No? Okay. Can I? So I'll just come out. I'm so sorry. I don't even know where to begin. Okay, so Oberon had a bit of a chip on his shoulder when he did that whole thing with Alice. Not Alice. Alice is very innocent in this. When he had that whole situation with Circe. He kind of walked around and was treating the entire situation like, I don't know, as if he had the power, as if she married into his family and not he into hers. He definitely underestimated her, but also he'd been wanting to get with Circe the entire time. Like, obviously, neither one of them love each other. They don't feel anything towards each other, anything like that. But he wanted to get to Circe because she already had a pretty good social position. And being chosen to be head of the House of Mischief would either only solidify that position. I told y'all episode 1, I really and truly thought that James was going to be the one with Nixie because they're both sweethearts, right? Like, James and Oberon are both self-absorbed, but in very different ways. James would never do to Circe what Circe did to him, even though Circe didn't do anything with the intention to hurt James. Like, everything was meant to hurt Nixie. But still, if James found out, it would definitely affect him. But Oberon, he didn't necessarily do this to hurt Nixie. He kind of took this as an opportunity, but he also looked down on and just underestimated Nixie and her response, right? So the first day, Nixie was feeling very, very, very sad. And a large part of her was definitely feeling that it had to have been something with her. Like, she knew that she was already controversial. She knew the controversy would only grow once she was chosen to lead the House of Practicality, and knew that Oberon was only kind of stuck with her as a final choice because James fell in love with, James liked Circe more and Circe liked James more. So the only choice left was Oberon, essentially. And she knew that it was a strange set of circumstances, but she thought that they had gotten well past that point or gotten along long enough for it to have not been too big of an issue, right? And for a while it was, and they were actually getting ready to try for their first child because Oberon was like, I think he was trying to keep up with Circe at this point because Circe was already like pregnant with her second child when he was like, actually, I want to have a family with you too. And these guys were the last to get married and everything. It's crazy. So after a little bit, they tried the whole apology thing and she confronted him. Oberon was upset that she confronted him about cheating. He was like, how could you? How dare you? Like, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't even that deep. Like, definitely really rude and gaslighting, all right. And the first day, she kind of took it to heart and blamed herself. And that second day, Oberon kind of saw this as I need to get back on her good side so that we could, have a child. Every single friendly interaction they did would not work. And romance made it even worse. Like it like they were doing friendly interactions and she was just not having it. She barely wanted to talk to the guy. And even times when she started the interactions, it still was very it was very strange, right? By the time that third day rolled around, she was very angry and felt a lot more confident in herself. And at that point, she also wanted a child. So she kind of concocted a little bit of a plan. Her plan was she definitely does need to have an heir, like at least one, right? And it'd be best if she had this heir with her husband. So technically, while they couldn't woohoo and make a child that way, they kind of went like the artificial way. It's still Oberon's child, but they didn't do it the natural way, I suppose. And we're gonna say that they used like some like magic and doctor to help them with that whole thing. So she got pregnant, and as soon as she came back and was pregnant, she told Oberon. Oberon was like, okay, cool, that's great, that's what he wanted. And she hit him with the double whammy. She's like, and we're getting divorced right now. She was like, I've got all I need out of you. You're married into my family. I'm not married into yours. You have disrespected me this entire time. This is the final straw. Like, she's like, I don't need you to not be alone. I'm used to being alone. I can be alone and carry out my duties. I was the one selected to lead this house, and I'll do it without you. I've gotten everything I need out of you, and I can raise this child on my own. And Oberon wasn't even expecting that. So they divorced like immediately. It was an amicable divorce on her part. Like she was so over it. She had some underlying anger, but she was mostly over it at that point. But Oberon went straight from amicable to like their friendship being completely gone, which fair. So I don't know. I feel so bad for her. She's having a boy, which is great because this house I downloaded is already boy themed, so I don't have to. Well, I wasn't going to go out on my way to change the color scheme or anything, even if it was a girl, but now it fits even better, which is great. But yeah, that's essentially what happened. Arthur also came around and knew something deep was going on. So Arthur has a feeling. She came across James and they chatted for a bit, but she didn't say anything to him just because she doesn't want to sink to Circe's level and make problems just to cause problems. I'm sure she and Circe will have a conversation about this entire thing soon. But yeah, like she's not going to go to James with drama about something, like unless she really, really has to. So I think Circe should also stop underestimating Nixie, because Nixie, one, is very powerful. Two, not that Circe isn't, but Nixie is just very peaceful for the most part. Nixie can be a problem if she wanted to be. So anyways, that's where we wrapped up at. She got divorced and found out she was pregnant. So she's just kind of reeling from the divorce and everything. She's having a pretty bad, like, depressive episode for the past few days. So she's going to, I don't know. We have to leave her though, but I don't know. Hopefully things start looking up for her, because Nixie can't win for anything and I feel so bad about it. But yeah, that's where we left off at. And now we can do what we're actually supposed to do this episode and go in with Arthur and Alice and kind of see what they've got going on. Okay, what do you want to do? What? Who is Yasmin? Who the heck is Yasmin? You don't even... Oh, actually, no. I have my settings set that young adult Sims can flirt with teenage Sims, but that is purely for my Ultimate Decades challenge. Outside of that challenge, that's illegal, sir. You're not doing that. Stay happy for 4 hours. Yeah, we're gonna pretend he didn't want to do that, actually. Listen to electronica music. Jesus. Yeah, you can do that. You actually have work soon, don't you? Oh, you don't work today. Oh, cool. Get some sleep because I want you to be pretty well rested. Get off of that. You're making mushroom steak. Okay, go for it. You want to befriend some people, become enemies with Malcolm and Cloud Gates with Morgan Ember, both of which are very viable, very doable things. So neither one of them want a child right now, but they do have to fulfill that duty soon. So I want that done by the end of this episode, but we have time, so I'm not gonna like rush it or anything like that. What I want her to do is kind of take care of herself for now. Can you put it down, please? You don't need to. Okay, so much is happening. Just come grab some mushroom steak, pee, and then come sleep. So there's a handful of oh, the dog's food's bad. We need to fix that too, but I'll have Arthur do it when he wakes up. And where's this guy? Oh, she's sleeping on her pet bed. That's so cute. My pets never use their beds, so I'm so glad Lily is. Okay, let me hurry these guys up. I think Arthur should be the first one awake, right? Yeah. So let me just get them started and I can get some of his whims. Okay, he wants to chat with a non-high school, a non-household sim. So what we're going, oh, you have work? Oh, you have work. Well, yeah, you'll be up in like an hour. You need to get your logic skill up while you're up. But anyways, he wants to chat to a non-household sim. I think that this means he wants to go have a talk with Nixie. Yeah, he's closer to Nixie than he is with Circe. So I think he's gonna go chat with Nixie and see how she's doing. He hasn't heard anything from her in a while, so I think he's a little worried and just wants to make sure she's doing all right, because he knows how she'll spiral. So he's just going to travel to her house and hope that she's there and that they can have a little bit of a talk in private, because he's really worried and he just wants to make sure that, you know, he doesn't want his suspicions to be true, but if they are, he wants to make sure that she's doing okay, because once it gets out that she's divorced, like very soon after her marriage, with her position, it can get pretty bad for her. So you're gonna like freeze to death. Let me fix you. Put your winter outfit on. There we go. So he's going to, yeah, look, she looks so like dead. So I think he can tell that she's just out of it. Deep conversation. Yes. Don't go anywhere. Nixie, jeez. We need to knock on her door. She tried to run away. Arthur was like, come back. She's like, he's like, are you okay? Are you feeling okay? What's going on? Oh, okay. She's telling him about the entire situation. She's like, yeah, Oberon's gone. We're divorced. Everything's going terrible, right? Is this a deep conversation? I don't know, but he's just like, okay, is there anything you need me to help fix or anything like that? Like, what's going on? What's happening? Hobbies, small talk. Ask about day. Just be like, what happened in the past few days? Because I've noticed this thing and things have happened. She's bored of the conversation. I think she just wants to be distracted from all of it and not really think about or worry about any of that situation. She's She's not having it. Where did she go? She left. Nixie. That's fair. She was not in. She did not want to deal with this conversation. Who are you? Mortimer? Okay. Yeah, she's gone. But he got his answer, and the answer is yes. Yes, she did. He, I don't think he knows exactly how to react. Oh, here she is, actually. I didn't see her. I don't think he necessarily wants to help fix her relationship or anything. I think he's going to ask, do you want to hold a meeting of the houses? Because this could very well be a situation where all of us need to have an emergency meeting and talk about, you know, boundaries, expectations, respect, like hanging out with Circe. So she doesn't want to get on Circe's bad side. I think that she is a little afraid of Circe. She tried to befriend her and it just didn't work. And seeing that Circe will literally go out of her way to quite literally be part of the reason her life is ruined, essentially, just, I don't know. I think he's just going to spend some time with her, keep her company, try to cheer her up, all that good stuff. Give her a heartfelt compliment. She's like, you know, you are so amazing. Like, you deserve so much better. I'm so sorry. I wish there was, you know, something me or Alice could do to help. So I think a little later on, I think they'll just be inviting Nixie over a bit more for like dinner and stuff like that. But I think Nixie's kind of busying herself to get her mind off of everything. So he might join her with all this. Yeah. She's also pregnant and all that by herself now, so confess attraction. What? Wait, do you think? No. Do you? Oh, you think she's very attractive? See, he's so sweet to Nick. Okay, he thinks they're both very attractive. He's so sweet to Nixie. I adore Nixie. So he's going to ask her, do you, you know, if you don't want to have an entire conversation about it. Okay, he's joking and all that, but I don't think Nixie wants him to go confront Circe on her behalf. You know, maybe she'll have a conversation about it when the time is right, but for right now, she just, it's already a really big issue and she's preparing for the fallout and everything. She doesn't want to make it bigger. He's like, I'll go beat up Oberon. Like, I can get away with it. He's like, I'm rich. I can get away with it. And she's like, no, I just want to chill. She's going to discuss some neighborhood changes and just, I think he's going to just try to keep her distracted from all of that stuff. So they should watch a nice movie. Watch The Clumsy Sisters. Yeah. They should spend some time together, watch a movie, all that. He might invite her over for dinner. She could spend like the next few days with him and Alice so that she doesn't feel so alone. But she might feel worse, like, I don't know. I wonder if she'll feel like she's intruding because, I don't know. But he doesn't want her to be alone, cooped up in this house with her thoughts, especially if she's in the middle of essentially a depressive episode. So it's not looking good, but whew, you know, just wait, did you go to work? Why are you not at work? Why did you come home? It's 12 o'clock. Am I tripping? Can you not go to work? Okay. I guess she got off early today. There we go. So, no, he's in love. I think hearing about that situation just made him so, like, I don't know, so thankful for the relationship he has with Alice that he doesn't even have to worry about anything of the sort from those two. anything of the sort from her. Okay, so Alice is here. It's almost dinner time, like late lunch, early dinner situation, and I think they're going to invite over Nixie for lunch. They could actually plan a stayover. She's been a while. Let's plan a stayover. Just her. Stay for the next Monday, Tuesday. Stay for the next 2 nights. They spend some time with us. Yeah. Nixie just stay over, spend some time with us, just get out of the house so she's not alone. And we'll move this up to this spare room because they don't have any kids. So it's not a kid's room. It could just be for them. And, you know. He likes video gaming? Yeah. I think this is a great idea. So it's still early in the day. She wants to do a few things. So let's call over Morgan because she wants to watch the clouds with him, which I'm interpreting watching the clouds, watching the stars as discussions of the future. Oh my gosh. Why'd I sneeze? She and her husband are getting sick. But yeah, I'm taking the whole, watch the stars and clouds as discussions of the future. So, come on, Morgan's outside. I don't want you in this outfit. I want you in your cute little winter outfit. Do-do-do. It's the one with the hat that we always see. This. Yay! It's really cute. I love it. Where's Nixie? She's probably upstairs chilling. Yeah, she's there. We'll be seeing her pop in and out quite a bit now. What she got in here? Can I see? No? Okay. Oh, yes, I can. Well, it's not my suitcase. We're not going to open it. It's not our suitcase. It's Nixie's. Look, she's got some pancakes. She's got the pregnant waddle, but she can't really see her belly. I think she's still kind of hiding it. She's so sad. I feel so bad. Oh, I feel so bad for Nixie. She's so sad. These guys are all back here talking. Nixie's here for the company. I think having people around is helpful, even if she's not in the mood to be very social at the moment. What day did I start this one? Did I start this today? Wait, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Wait, what day did I start this one? I think I started Sunday? Question mark? No, because she woke up and went to work. It's been one day. I actually genuinely cannot tell you. I have no idea. I'll stop it at some point. Humor and Hijinks Festival. Oh, you know what? We should all go to the Humor and Hijinks Festival. Me, Arthur, and Nixie. We should all go here. Hopefully Nixie can have a bit of a laugh. Oh, actually, is dealing with people being mischievous a bit too soon? Is that because she hasn't really had any, she's mostly been avoiding Circe in thoughts of her, but I wonder, will going someplace where the other half of the humor is mischief and the head of the house of mischief literally just ruined your life, would that be too much? No idea. She wants to be pretty friendly with Arthur though, so tell a dramatic story. And I think that they should all join the Jokesters team. She's got a little bit of a cold. Splash from being splashed by the dog. Yeah, that would annoy me too. So let's, here are the Jokesters. Let's join the Jokesters together. She must become friends with Nixie. That is very doable. Y'all should all go get some tea together. And then don't fix bad relationship, but like, don't congratulate her on her marriage. Lord. Are you gonna come do it or no? So let's propose a crazy scheme. Um, do an impression, and now she's feeling pretty paranoid. Tell an inside joke. Let's just try to make her day a little bit better. Have some fun here. Gonna talk to her through the bars. Okay. Talk about the windy weather. Weather very different here in the city than it is in talking through the bars is a choice for sure. It's a choice. I'm not gonna have y'all get high right now. Well, looks like Arthur wants to. Deep thoughts? Asked to have type. What? Hobbies. Discuss dance techniques. You know, talk about dancing and all that. Nixie. Okay, Nixie seems to be enjoying herself a bit more than she was earlier. Look at, oh, she's so cute. Look at how cute she is. The thumbnail will not reflect this family at all because the thumbnail was made with the first episode in mind, but it gives an overview of the issue, I think. Look at her. Look at these two. They're so cute. The way they were looking up at the sky was just adorable. Whoa. Okay, I thought something was happening. Let's all head back home. You're exhausted. Let's just go. I think she's gonna head to bed. Do you have work tomorrow? She does. After work, though, I think she's going to go have a talk with Circe. Go have a bit of a chat with her. Yeah. So I'll see you guys tomorrow when things are kind of happening. Okay. I feel like I'm playing the Ultimate Decades Challenge. Nixie decided to be a good friend and make us a cake to thank Arthur and Alice for everything that they've done to help her. But she's in such a bad mood that she actually set it on fire. But unlike the Ultimate Decades Challenge, I don't have to deal with it. So it's everything's okay and nothing will ever be as bad as year 1310 in Ultimate Decades Challenge, is all I'm saying. Maybe later tonight, you and Alice can leave Nixie here by herself. I don't want her to go to the bar because I don't want her to drink, but maybe y'all can leave her here and head to the bar to just talk to someone new. Actually, you got a new wave of Spellcaster Defender people who joined recently, so you can actually meet and talk to one of these guys. Maybe this Flora person. She's new. Let's invite Flora over. Talk to one of the new recruits. We've never met her before. She's pretty. I like her. Wait a second. I'm stupid. This is... I just realized I put down... I think it's really funny to put down, like, not real world people, but like characters from shows that include some form of magic. This is Flora Linfea, as in Flora from the Winx Club. I'm so slow. I did not put two and two together. I didn't make her. I got her from the gallery at her and the entirety of the Winx Club. So Flora is a spellcaster defender, which is hilarious because she's technically a fairy. And the fairies don't. The fairies don't really get along with the witches. I also put in the Twix. No, the Tricks. There we go. I was like, that doesn't sound right. I also put in the Tricks. I don't know what they're doing, but they're in here. I wonder, because we also had a lot of people join Spellcaster Society, but I'd have to go into Sabrina's household to look and see who's in it. Yeah, everyone else is not a character from a show I'll put down. So it's really funny that Flora joined the Spellcaster Defenders because Winx are technically the defenders of... I don't actually... It becomes a little unclear the further we move into Winx Club lore, but I want to say Defender of Fairies, Defenders of Earth, or is that just Bloom? I don't even know anymore. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. They're defenders. They're defenders for sure. I also put in a couple of Voltron characters. I know they're aliens, but yeah, I think it's fun. Oh, you're cleaning the house. Good, because I didn't even notice that was dirty. Yeah, Nixie, don't lift a finger at all, ever. You have to pee? Just go outside and pee. Are you yelling at my dog? No, he bites your ankles off. I don't want to hear you say anything. Go potty and get out. Go away. You're over here yelling at my dog for what? Oh, she left. She knew. She heard us coming down the stairs and was like, no thank you. Yeah, you better run. Don't yell at my dog like that. Okay, she didn't want to be bothered. So actually, maybe you and Nixie can do something together. Y'all can make a quick little dessert. And since you'll be with each other, you won't have to worry about setting anything on fire. Now it's winter. It's winter. What would be a good winter dessert? Nafe? Huh. I've never had that before. Butterscotch and cupcakes? Maybe. Some cookies? That might be it. It's wintertime. Maybe a winter cake? Or might be a bit much. Let's go with chocolate chip cookies. Wait. I'm foolish. No. I meant cook together. Cook together with Nixie. There we go. And now y'all can make some macarons. Churros. Okay, let's make this almond macarons. Is it macarons or macaroons? I don't know. I just say macarons. Are y'all gonna do it? I'm really waiting on Alice to get back because Alice wants to go cuss out Circe. She's like, I know you said you didn't want us to confront her, but I have to. So she's gonna come. She's gonna... Hello? Stop it. Resume this. She's gonna come. She's gonna get herself together, make sure she's eaten. She's back from work, so she's hyper focused. She knows what she has in mind. But she's actually about to go confront Circe, or at least have a conversation with her. So she's not going to invite her here, obviously, because Nixie's here. And Nixie's here specifically to get away from and relax with everything that's happened. So she's actually going to head on over to her place and confront her here. And then I'll end off the episode here. Normally I like to play with 3 days with them, but I think that this 2 will suffice because a lot's happened and I have to recap on what you've all missed. And oh, it's a blizzard outside. Put on some good clothes. You know, you want to look good when you're going through this situation. Okay, it took nearly all night, but now they're officially friends. So let's look at these sentences. She kept trying to brush her off, but Alice feels that she did get closer, so her goal was achieved. And Circe feels that Alice gave her some pretty friendly advice. So I don't think Circe is any wiser. I think she's just thinking that Alice is kind of taking this whole, you know, we should all be together thing pretty seriously. And she already knows that Alice and Arthur, well, I don't think Circe does know that Alice and Arthur are close with Nixie. So she's probably just thinking, she's just being friendly old Alice. Like, once again, I think that Circe thinks she's the smartest in the room. And I think Oberon thinks that he's the smartest in the room. Or it's not that they think they outsmart people, but I think they just think that no one will check them. I don't know, but the move was made. Whose baby is this? The moves were made, and you know, Alice now has a bit of an in with them. Now, I did say I was going to have these guys try for a baby, so I think it's time. Let me make sure who can. I'm gonna have him be the one to initiate it because it'll go better that way. Whose baby is this? It's not ours. I think he's going to be the one to initiate it. Sorry, Nixie, you might have to hear it through the wall or something, but hopefully this video game distracts you. Oh, it's not distracting her. She's going through a flux of emotions. So I'm gonna let these guys do their thing. Go upstairs. He's like, why am I trying for a baby? You just need one. He doesn't really like kids, so I highly doubt he'll have more than one, but him and Nixie will be on the same page in that regard, I guess. I cannot believe. Well, while I'm here, actually, can you? I know you're like exhausted, but can you do this real quick, real quick? Okay, she's not pregnant. We'll try again next time. And with that note, now that I've officially recorded an actual episode, I'm gonna end off right here. I'll see y'all next time. We'll be picking up with Circe. So, oh Lord. Anyways, y'all let me know. I don't know what should happen or what you think will happen. I cannot believe Circe did that. Yeah. Bye.